Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heaven's Feel. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Tonight is the 14th night of the Holy Grail War. The night before Valentine's Day here. I somehow get the feeling we're not gonna have the best of times. Intermission, the last piece. Let's see what happened. When we were last here, we saw Shinji's corpse on Sakura's bed. We don't really have much of an explanation why that's there. Let's just find out now. Ah, you're gonna go show Poison the cliff. Alright, have fun. I'm sure he'll get a kick out of it. Damn, Shinji, that's not nice language. It's a little bit foul for you. Well, foul for most people to use against their sister. This is Shinji, though. He's a special case. A very special case. He pushes her down. Attacked from behind and still unable to move her limbs, the girl easily falls to the bed. I think I know who was gasping there. But we'll keep going. Thanks for the voice acting. Well, as far as I know, his mother's out of the picture, so that can only be one person. He gets on top of her as he screams. As he screams? Wait, not her? Him? Alright. He scowls at the girl he pulled to this room, running his fingers across the skin he hasn't touched in a while. The girl's chin jumps. Fingers violating her as they crawl from her neck to her breasts are a sign of the start. The start? Yes, the sequence is always the same. Come on, Shinji. Really? This man is the absolute master. The girl loses her will, opens up her body, and exposes her shame when he orders her. The only resistance came during the first time. The secret affairs after that were the same. The girl made no attempt to fight back, never showing even a sign of emotion. Well, Shinji, you see, yeah, that's kind of messed up, bro. But this is why everybody hates Shinji. You thought it was bad when you only knew when you only knew that he beat up Sakura, but it turns out it's actually far worse. Not really to anyone's surprise, but you know, Shinji being Shinji, no one's really surprised, but it's still messed up. She was violated, attended to his needs, and drowned in lewdness like she was told to. The reaction is the start of a regular routine. Even if she shows no emotion, her body can't suppress the pleasure. Her lustful body reacts happily as it accepts men.
そうだよな。お前はそうでなくっちゃ。そうだ。どんなに普通の人間を装っても変わらない。お前は魔頭の女だ。卑しい魔術師崩れ。恐れ、怯え、やがて感情をなくし、人形と変わらなくなる。
The man roughly pushes down the girl's body. A spasm runs through her. The man smiles, believing the reaction is the same as always. It's no different. The relationship will never change no matter where the woman may run. Even if she regains her emotion or finds another man, she'll want him once he pushes her down. This woman is his possession. It doesn't matter if she's the heir. She's merely a toy given to him. That's why he doesn't notice until it happens. The girl struggling beneath him feels no excitement. He doesn't notice she's filled with nothing but disgust and loathing.
なんだ。今日はずいぶん元気じゃないか。そうかそうかそうかそりゃあいい。エミヤも今頃落ち込んでるだろうな。
The girl he fell in love with was a real sex maniac. Why didn't he say that vocally, whatever. Alright, does that knowledge please him more than the act of violating her? The man laughs from the bottom of his heart and reaches out for her clothes. He'll do the usual. He won't undress her. He always exposes her body. He rips the clothes off of her as if tearing her apart. Voice actor not willing to voice that line. A crack opens in the girl's chest. At that instant, the girl refuses the man with all her might.
Huh?
I would prefer if instead of the girl they used she. It kind of makes the dialogue seem a little bit stilted at times. Anyway, the man stops. Again, the man replaced with he. 2 more times. Welcome back. He lets go of her breasts and looks down at the girl as one might look at a mysterious thing. A voice of surprise. The girl gulps but stares resolutely back at him. The girl frantically tries to push the man off her, but the man won't even budge. It's only natural. Her strength can't push a man back, least of all when he has her in a mounted position. A hollow voice. The man looks down at the girl on the bed. As he starts punching his sister in a rage. And he just starts punching her. All right. You know you have a great brother when
エミヤだと僕の言いなりにはならない。勘違いするな。何様のつもりだお前。決めるのはいつでも兄である僕だ。お前は今まで通りただ黙って従えばいいんだよ。
He does not hold back. Good. Done. I just forgot to click save there. You can refresh, it should be changed now. The man has no sanity left, having been denied by his possession something that should never betray him. Yes, possessing people, owning people, a staple of Japanese and modern culture. Of course. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable, right?
訂正しろよ、さくら。お前は僕のものだ。他の誰のものでもない。身の程をわきまえろ。お前はマトウの女だ。ならお前には僕に逆らう権利なんてこれっぽっちもないんだよ。
He punches her as though he's gone mad. I mean, Columbus approves of owning people. Yeah, he does. Although this seems like if you're gonna beat someone up, maybe not the best way to encourage loyalty, especially when they're more powerful than you and outrank you. Seems like a bad idea. The girl does not fight back. She doesn't even protect her face from the punches. Her eyes show great determination, condemning the man on top of her. That actually takes a shit ton of determination. Imagine someone's punching at your face and you don't even react. You just stare at him. You just stare at them, knowing they're gonna hit you. It's gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt you way more than it hurts them. But you're just like, fuck you. Do your worst. That's pretty hard to suppress a reflex to at least move your face. Damn, bro. Or I guess damn girl, but whatever. Bro's the same. Bro applies to everyone. Alright. That's the last straw. He can't stand the look in her eyes. He doesn't want her staring straight at him. So... I see. Then I have a plan too. Do what you want if you like Emiya so much. But Sakura, you shouldn't hide things from someone you love, right? He decides to reveal everything the girl fears the most. Her eyes open wide. Nissan. He laughs. The expression of despair pleases him a bit. That's right, Sakura. I'll tell Emiya all about it. He accepted you, right? Then this is nothing at all. She can't form the words. The girl stares in astonishment. She looks up at her older brother with empty eyes, just like before. He's laughing maniacally. That's right. All you can manage. Just be obedient if you don't want that. You're my toy. Don't disobey me, no matter what. The laughter fills the room. But for the girl, it only sounds like annoying howling. Why? The girl asks, her mind empty. She doesn't want her senpai, Shiro, to find out about her secret. The relationship with her brother, her task to supervise the Emiya household, and her 11 years of life in the basement. Her senpai knows. He already knows. The only thing he doesn't know about is her relationship with her brother, but he should not hate her, even after finding out about it. Shiro will probably forgive her. That's some confidence. Right. Just like last night, he'll destroy something in order to accept her. But that's why she can't bear it. She doesn't want to take anything more away from him. She'd rather keep things like this. She can let her brother rape her like she always does. Like he always does? Ah, yes. A wonderful brother, of course. This Sakura is less superior than you. But she can't. She was able to bear it until now. But now her body belongs to Shiro, and the thought of giving that body to her brother disgusts her. Well, it said, and I quote, rape like always, so, I don't think it was ever willing, but yeah, keep going. She can't accept either. She doesn't want to be violated by her brother, and she doesn't want him to tell Shiro about their secret. All that's left is her naked emotion, the mind that's been suppressed for 11 years. The man grabs her breasts. Her brother tries to expose her body as if it's natural to do so. This would be no, 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 no. Stop. I don't want this. Stop. Please stop. Nissan. She resists with all her might. He laughs at her futile efforts. And, okay, he's going on. Claiming she wants it. She doesn't care as long as it's a man. And Shinji's gonna tell Emiya all about it. How dirtily they fucked. Alright. He laughs. He's going back. I swear, every scene Shinji's in, he like clearly it's like, imagine playing a video game and you have every dialogue option. There's like 50 options because this is like real life. And you just intentionally look for the most evil villain choice you could find. Or like, no, not even even villain. The generic evil thug lines and just always picking them. I swear. Oh, generic bad thug. He laughs. He laughs. Her brother laughs. And she realizes he'll tell him. No matter what happens, no matter what she does, he will tell her senpai about it. No matter what. He intends to ruin her for his own amusement. She murmurs. Why does it always end up like this? She endured so many things so he wouldn't find out about it. She lied to others, lied to herself, and kept telling herself she could be happy. She thought she was happy just by being at her senpai's house. Now, this is why Sakura is superior to you. Sakura actually managed to stay at senpai's house on several occasions. What have you done, BB? But why isn't he protecting such a small thing? No, he's not the only one who isn't protecting her. She thought for a long time. She's cursed for a long time. Why? Why the world around her hates her so much? The strength floods out of her body. She loses her will to resist, and her brother looks down at her in satisfaction. Shinji, of course, encourages her to spread her legs, as he quotes, "Like you always do, bitch." Fuck Shinji? Yeah, that's about right. Of course, his next line, naturally, she wouldn't care if a dog fucked her. All she can do is accept a man. Everyone hates Shinji, and this is the worst Shinji. Asserting his dominance, he starts to violate her like he always does. The girl stares up at him with empty eyes. 11 years. She thinks something she's never thought during that time. Well, that's a good start. There we go. The air makes a sound. The man on top of her falls down. Fresh blood splatters onto her. The girl raises her body and looks at her silent brother. It was an instant death. He must have been hit with a very sharp string. A line is visible on the back of his head as if it was drawn in with a pencil. The line reaches his brain, but the line is too thin to make it spill out, and his blood is the only thing flowing out. She looks down at it without emotion. The shadow that killed her brother wavers. It wavers in the gray sunlight. Her own shadow. Her own shadow is standing up and wavering. So she's the one that killed. It was she who killed her brother. Oh no, Shinji's dead. What a disaster. Yeah, I know, right? It's so unfortunate that he died. If only he could have lived oh wait, no. Yeah, he like totally deserved that, man. Like if only he'd yeah, I don't really have a lot of hope. Had the chance to do what? Redeem himself? He'd had every chance. Like, was that like, well, she doesn't exactly know how to defend herself, so this seems okay. Anything works if you're under attack. Seems to work. She feels nothing. Nothing. She doesn't feel anything. Nothing. Nothing at all. No disgust, no fear, no guilt, no regret. The only thought in her vacant mind is that it was easy. She's used to it. This isn't her first time, because she saw plenty in her dreams. She saw it in her dream, so did she copy what she saw? She doesn't know. But she thinks she should have done it sooner. I mean, you're not wrong, Sakura. You probably should have killed Shinji earlier. If she'd known she wouldn't feel anything, she would have done it a long time ago. Yep, that's fair. She thinks, and... her empty emotion murmurs that it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was... fun? It was fun. Where? When? What? Dream. That's right. She wasn't dreaming. Those dreams were... not dreams. The one that wandered through the night and killed the men was herself. Yes, she killed many people. She killed many, many people. Killed those that ran away. Killed without a drop. Killed everyone. Killed with pleasure. Killed laughing. Killed laughing. Killed laughing! Finally realizing The fun and how pathetic humans are. It's so funny she laughs. Indeed, it's a lot of fun. Because she'll break down unless she laughs. She can't bear it unless she's laughing. What are you, the Joker? But more tears flow out the more she laughs, and everything becomes meaningless for her. It's so funny, her stomach hurts. It's as if she's regressing mentally every time she laughs. But it's so comforting and natural. How stupid, how foolish. Her face is contorted in a manic grin. In place of her silent brother, the girl sweetly spills out a voice like glass. And like that, after tinkering with her brother's body like she's playing house, she gets up. She stands in front of the mirror, still covered in blood. Behind her stands the shadow that killed so many. Her own shadow. The black shadow that's eaten countless people. Someone was there, trying hard not to turn her into it. Someone was there by her side. She laughs. There was never any hope for her. She twirls in front of the mirror. The girl makes a proud smile. The rotten nugget comma is more fun. She speaks as if asking for a dance. The girl's consciousness ends there. No, to be more accurate, it changes. It's merely that her repressed subconscious has risen to the surface. Something talks to the girl. Behind her. The darkness stays as darkness, shows up as a presence, and looks at the girl. The girl doesn't reply. She doesn't even need to acknowledge such a question. The girl doesn't reply. She doesn't even need to be told about it. For someone who loves murder, she doesn't decide to murder her grandfather right away. Guy's a fucking psychopath. Anyway, she nods quietly. Did she agree because it sounds fun? Or did she just want to run away? The girl doesn't understand her own mind anymore, but the pain in her body goes away as soon as she accepts it. It crawls up. Black mud comes out from her core and smears itself on her skin. The pain turns into fire to burn her skin. Like a curse, it turns her white skin into something else. With this, she won't lose to anyone. Nobody will get in the way. She knows she's the strongest one now. The absolute certainty is similar to a sexual uplifting. In her mind, the girl defeats everyone who has threatened her. She pierces their legs as they run, rips off their arms as they fight back, stitches their mouths shut as they beg for mercy, chews on their eyes as they cry from pain, and finally gouges out their hearts, laughing. Her body trembles. Just imagining it brings her close to orgasm. And in this fantasy, foremost in her mind is the relative she loves the most, the one called Tosaka Rin. Interlude out.
Shinji.
And now we're apparently supposed to care that Shinji bit it. Gilgamesh trying to explain to Kotomite what enjoyment is? I know, right? Seems very similar. Shinji's corpse is on the bed. There's nothing else. What happened here? There's no way I would know, but somehow I can tell Sakura killed him. I can't think. Shinji's corpse. Sakura's whereabouts. It's only been half a day since I embraced Sakura, so how did it end up like this? You know what's funny about this? is he's like, oh my god, she killed someone. And I'm thinking in my head, like, if she'd straight up killed someone who was raping her, man, that would have been like, oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry he had to die. And in here, Shiro's thinking, oh my god, she killed someone. And I'm just like, no, this is actually okay. This is okay even if she's not insane. Mostly okay. Assuming, because she did try to get away first. In fact, for a while. We had several paragraphs of that, so... You're already getting ahead of the current laughter.
よく来たと言いたいところだが、少しばかり遅かったようじゃな。
Yeah. But I mean, this time it's like you're caught in the middle of a crime, preventing someone from escaping. And I think, and since it's a violent crime, you're allowed to protect yourself. I turn around at the sudden voice. There's no one behind me. I know there's nobody in this house. Zoken's voice is echoing through the room, even though he's not here.
お前、桜に何をした？
何もしておらぬ。見ての通り、不肖の孫が妹から返り討ちにあっただけよ。別段騒ぎ立てるほどのことでもない。だが、不肖の孫と呼ぶのもこれ限りじゃな。使えの男であったが、最後にはきっちりと役目を果たしてくれた。
The roleplay BB scares you a bit? I don't know, I think it's kind of fun. We had a good bit of fun on the Discord lately with everyone's favorite BB-chan messing around, keeping things entertaining. I can't see the old Magus, but I'm sure he's laughing with a hideous face.
おうよ。桜をその気にさせるのはわしではできぬ。わしはちとあれに嫌われすぎてしまったからな。お主か信じどちらかにあれの席を壊してもらわねばならなかった。桜が自ら
Hey, it's all good, man. You're here for the stream. You're here for the stream. Have fun.
してもらわねばならなかったからの。いやはやこれはわしの過ちじゃ。あれの精神力を甘く見ておった。簡単に決壊すると思ったが、あれは決して自分から崩れはしない。よもやあれがあそこまで我慢強く育つとは思わなんだ。
My nerves condense. Before I even understand what he's saying, I clench my right fist, open my magic circuit, and...
いや、欲を言えば、お主の手で桜を裏切って欲しかったのだぞ。それならば、あのように半端な覚醒ではとどまらず、心身ともに影そのものに変わり果てたであろう。
Hey man, I can totally sympathize with that. You don't want to read the billion messages. It's all good. But now we have a wild BB role player here, and it's kind of fun. It means I always get some exciting lines to read in chat. Even if they don't come from someone who's necessarily all that sane. It's fine, we're reading about someone who basically just got driven insane intentionally, so, you know. May as well have insane people in the chat too. All the crazies in one place.
だがまあ、それも時間の問題よな。神事の死をもってあれはようやく自分の立場を受け入れた。あとは見ているだけでよい。あれは本能の赴くままに人を襲い、その暴食ゆえに自滅する。わしの仕事はその後ということ。
I punched the wall. With all my might, I lash out at the darkness where the voice is coming from. I unconsciously fill my hand with magical energy which is transmitted into the wall and sweeps the darkness from the room.
おほほほこれは怖い。監視役にと残した虫どもが軒並み潰れおったわ。これではすぐに声すら届かなくなるな。
うるせえ、出てこい造剣。ここで八つ咲きにしてやる。
いやいや残念だがそういうわけにもいかん。マキリ500年の祝願にようやく手が届いたのだ。ここでお主に殺されるわけにもいかんし、お主を仕留めるほど恩知らずでもないのでな。
恩知らずだと？ふざけるな。誰がお前に尻尾を振った？
振ったとも。お主はあそこまで桜を育ててくれたではないか。あの娘に他者を欲するという感情を教え込んだのは他ならぬお主よ。そう、わしは感謝しておるよ、エミヤシロ。こたびの儀はお主がいてこその成功だった。故に殺しはせる。お主には見事成長したあれの姿を見てもらわねばならんからの。
造剣。
もはや誰にも止められん。兄を殺したあれは立ち止まることなどできん。
She hasn't killed you yet, Zoken.
アインツベルンの聖杯。あの小娘が取り込んだアーチャーの魂を取り込み、門に至る鍵を奪う。させれば罪だ。我がマキリの悲願、第三法の再現がついに果たされるのみよ。
This isn't the archer in Red's past. But he's definitely not going to enjoy the fact that you know that. He'll probably tell you to screw off. And possibly try to murder you. He is that kind of person. The annoying laugh echoes through the room. Third sorceries. I... Ooh, what do we do here? Can we forgive Zoken? What do we do? Think Archer will be proud of Heavensfield Shiro? Who betrayed his ideals? I mean, he'd at least be glad he's not going to become the servant version of himself. Hold on. Steal Einzerin's Holy Grail? I run. I don't care about the laughter. I'm sure he's watching me from a safe place. There's no time to let an old man's drivel get to me.
そうだ、急がよいエミヤシロ。すでに桜は国家しておる。イリアスフィールを捕らえれば容赦なく飲み下すぞ。
Ah, the people die if they are killed stuff. Yeah, he's probably gonna die of embarrassment. Or at least he would die. He's probably gonna set himself up to die for embarrassment, and then Lancer will die instead. You know how it is. Yeah, that's true, but his route is close to the Fate route. His real story. It's along those lines, it's just not exactly the same. Because he fails to win over Saber. I kick the ground hard enough to tear my legs off. Please be alright, Ilya. Hell yeah. It'll take 20 minutes to get to my house, even if I run full speed. I glare at the gray sky and run frantically back to Ilya. Can't protect Sakura, may as well go for Ilya. Try to save her. Another interlude. The girl is looking up at the sky. The gray sunlight dulls her silver hair and red eyes. Iliasfield talks to herself. The Emiya household is quiet. Shiro and Rin went to find Sakura. Ryder, naturally, is nowhere to be seen, leaving Ilya as the only one here.
天の杯、200年前に作られた一番初めの約束の土地。
Soon as the Darkhirk battle.
もう起動が始まってる。
I'm not sure if we're going to reach it tonight. We went a little bit late on the King Prote fight. And as a result, we don't have as much time to read Fate's Day Night as I would like to have. Oh yeah, we did that. I was gonna do a traditional fight with Mash, David, Kristen, and like a DPS like Jerker. But you know, chat suggested trying an Enkidu solo, so that's what we did. And we had a pretty good time. We ended up screwing up our kill turn. And since things weren't lining up, we ended up just killing her through pure damage. I think it took like 50 turns, but we managed to kill her on damage while she had her health buff. Eventually, like around turn 30-ish, you get to the point where you can literally NP loop yourself as Enkidu without any buffs or any crits. And so you just stun lock the boss permanently until you eventually kill it with damage, because your damage always scales every 5 turns, or 6 turns. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So we actually killed the boss, beat through 100 million or whatever damage. Yeah, Enkidu goes brrr. All those chains, man. Thanks for hanging out, BB. It's been fun. I'll see you around. This is the 5th Holy Grail War in Fuyuki. The Holy Grail has been summoned into different places each time, but it has returned to the original site for this war. It's only natural. They use one of the gates located at the 4 compass points and move on to the next when one fails. The first was Ryudo Temple. The second was the Tosuke household. The third was the church on top of the hill. PB-chan's only talking to their phone. Moderately terrifying. Actually, seriously terrifying. I wouldn't be expecting anyone to just open their mouth and start talking on my phone. What the heck? Without even a phone call? Shit. The fourth was that burned field, yeah. Then this summoning returns to the site of the first. The point of origin. The false utopia that sets the rules of the Holy Grail War.
精霊の魂で満ち足りた聖杯。それをもって門を開くのが彼らが目指した奇跡だけど。
Actually, I'd probably look at my phone. I wouldn't run out of my house. I'd be like, what the fuck, and look at the phone, see if it was running a program I missed.
中に住んでしまうものが出るなんて。
Ilya murmurs in disbelief. Yeah, she didn't expect the contents to come out before the gate opened. This is far away from the Einsburns' dearest wish. They've failed. The disaster that will be born is a far cry from what they wished
放っ
for.
ておけばいい。私の役目は開けることだもの。閉じろなんてこと、誰も私に言わなかった。
It didn't understand the question. Oh god. And she couldn't possibly close it, even if she tried. Matou Sakura excels in her ability as the Holy Grail. Excels her in ability, not even excels in her ability. Shit. She's better than her at being a Holy Grail. Einsburn's Holy Grail cannot do anything to the gate opened by Makari's Holy Grail. Matou Zoken thinks he opened the same gate, but in reality he opened a completely different one. The only ones aware of this are the Holy Grails, the girl, and Matou Sakura.
間に合うかな、シロ。シロが間に合うなら一緒に。
He looks up at the sky. The girl is wavering. She doesn't know whether to choose the role imposed on her or the desire born from within her.
でもね、シロ。どっちにしたって 死んじゃうことに変わりはないんだよ。
The result is the same. Regardless of whether she goes to the gate as the Holy Grail or runs away, she will die. Which is her true self, she asks the gray sky for an answer. That's why she doesn't notice. The person who came through the door with an "I'm home." Did she slip through the boundary field, or did it not consider her a trespasser? Slowly, she moves from the living room to the yard without a sound, then reaches out to the girl sitting at the porch.
ずいぶん遅いお帰りね、さくら。今までどこに行ってたの？
I wasn't thinking it was gonna be Rin. Damn, man. I was thinking that was gonna be Sakura going for that jump scare.
姉さん。
The trespasser, Mito Sakura, stops her hand. Wait, what? She looks away from Ilya and to Tosuka Rin, who's been waiting for her in the yard. See you around, Snow. Thanks for hanging out, man.
イリアから離れなさい。それ以上近づいたら容赦なく撃ち抜くわ。
Everyone here knows it's no empty threat. She'll shoot her down.
無駄なことなのに。あ、それでリンの気が済むならいいけど。
Iliasville starts walking without showing any surprise. The girl walks to the edge of the yard as if to watch over the two's confrontation.
そう。初めからここで待っていたんですね。姉さん。私がイリアちゃんを誘いに来ると読んでたんだ。まあね。私には素人違ってあんたを助ける理由がないもの。いよいよとなったらイリアをさらいに来るのは明白でしょ。そうでなくても一度前科があるんだから、イリアを見張るのは当然よ。
Sakura's brows twitch at Shiro's name, showing unhappiness. She shows undisguised hatred that would surprise anyone who knew her previous self.
ひどいな。姉さんはいつもそう。そうやって決めつけて、私をバカにするんです。本当に嫌な人。ねえ姉さん。私、そんなに悪い子ですか？
Her voice contains no emotion. The question alone should send a chill up anyone's spine.
当たり前じゃない。この家を出た時点で救いきれない大バカよ。あんたはマトウサクラを守りたがってたやつを最後まで信じてやらなかったんだから。
Tosuka gives a firm reply. Oof, you screwed up and didn't trust Shiro. Oof, that's a snipe. Sakura looks down, as if acknowledging the truth of her mistake.
私はそれが最良だと思ったなんて言わないで。私たちは外に出るなって言ったのよ。それに異論があったならまず相談しろっていうのよ。なのにあんたは黙って出て行った。一人きりで今までと全く同じ失敗を繰り返した。
Rin just taking her time eviscerating Sakura, verbally at
本
least.
当に呆れたわ。そんなことも守れないから他人にいいようにつけ込まれるのよ、あんたは。そうですね。確かに今まではそうでした。けど姉さん、私もう弱くなんてありません。これからは姉さんが家にこもっていてください。先輩は私が守りますから。
Oh, she's gonna protect Senpai now. Her cold stare, the emitting ominous shadow. Realizing it's as she feared, Rin takes a step back, not knowing that her hesitation is the last trigger that drives Mito Sakura.
どうしたんですか姉さん。そんな風に背中を丸めてるとまるで私に怯えているように見えますよ。
It's too late when she clucks her tongue. No, it's not too late or anything. When Sakura reached for Iliasville, it was already too late.
そうもう部屋でおとなしくしてる気はないってこと？ええ姉さんの言うことなんてもう聞きません。だって私の方が強いもの。
Ooh, she's stronger. The shadow dances. Many shades of darkness emerge from the ground below Sakura and engulf the yard. And from the shadow
あんた
emerges a swordsman contaminated in black.
セイバー聖杯を捕まえて抵抗するようなら多少の乱暴は構わないから。
Black Saber obeys without a word. There's no doubt about it, but that shadow is. Tosca Rin bites her lip, seeing what kind of fate awaits a servant swallowed by the mud. At that instant, a merciless attack. A shadow with magical energy far surpassing that of Tosca Rin is fired. She rolls as she lands. The fired shadow is on the same level as the black shadow. It'll be the end if it touches her. If it even grazes her, it'll stick to her skin, covering her in an instant. And after that, if Tosca Rin is swallowed by the mud that even a servant can't escape, she'll be absorbed without hope of resistance. Black tentacles whip towards her in rapid succession. Rin realizes that the attacks are not from the Black Shadow, but a magic Sakura possesses. That magic of Mato is to bind others. But Sakura is originally from the Tosca family, a shadow user with an origin of the imaginary element, the imaginary number. Mato Sakura is able to embody the Black Shadow to that degree because she has both of these attributes. She's easily cornered. Their magical energy capacities are too unevenly matched. Sakura's magical energy is infinite. Her capacity reaches 100 million. To Rin, whose capacity is a mere 300, Sakura is a monster. She controls both the Black Shadow and Saber, who has the greatest magical energy out of all the servants. Even a servant will not be able to match such a monstrous mage. She stares at what Sakura has become, gasping for breath. She has no chance of winning and she can't escape. It'd be a different story if she had a source of magical energy like the Holy Grail, but she doesn't have such a thing. She suppresses her frustration by grumbling.
ダメですよ姉さん。そんなところで立ち止まったら危ないじゃないですか。
Sakura points her hand at Rin without hesitation. There's no mercy. Sakura smiles, enjoying the absolute dominance.
さあ、もっと遊びましょう姉さん。最後には捕まってしまうでしょうけど、それまで可愛く逃げてくださいね。
Look, she's going full BB, making the exact... I swear, this last line could have come out of BB's mouth. No joke. She smiles at her beloved sister. The result is as obvious as she says. Rin can't get away from the shadow. Sakura can quickly cover the whole house with the shadow if she wishes. As Sakura slowly expands the extent of the shadow, Rin is defeated without being able to do anything. The black shadow covers Tosca Rin. The gel-like mud tightly binds Rin's body, turning into numerous tongues to invade her magic circuit. Feels like a bunch of tongues. That's weird.
そこまでですか。思っていたほど強くないんですね、姉さんは。
She looks down at her helpless sister. Wild breathing and heated cheeks. Her older sister is covered with heavy oil, exciting even Sakura, who's of the same sex. Her face is left uncovered, perhaps because Sakura wants to enjoy her pain. Rin swallows her contempt and glares back at Sakura. But that's only for a few seconds. The mud that stirs her body violates her internal organs.
それじゃあいただきますね。これ楽しみだったんです。魔術師から魔力を食べるのは初めてだから。
Oh, it'll be your first time eating magic from a magus. Gel-like shadow tightens around Tosca Rin. The meal doesn't even last a second.
おいしい。満腹には程遠いけど、少しは足しになりました。
The last traces of magic fade from Tosca Rin. That's the end. Head down and chest heaving, Rin has no power to resist. She has no way to fight back, but
それだけじゃダメだ。ここで殺しておかないと。次は
will lose to Nesa. It's a groundless assumption. The difference in their power will never be overturned. But Sakura is firmly convinced she will lose if they fight again. So she has to kill her here. Taking her magical energy and leaving her powerless isn't enough. She has to kill Rin here, just as Rin tried to do to her. She tries to convince herself as she opens her palms.
姉さん、ここで。
The shadow doesn't extend. She trembles, gaze focused on her weakened sister, and the person she least wants to see catches up to her.
くそ、何が起きてる。
Oh, what's gonna happen here? Is this our final confrontation? Is there more to come? I'd love to find out, and I'm sure you would too, but unfortunately, that's the end of our time here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll be back next Sunday with more Heaven's Feel, and tomorrow with some more Grand Order. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you guys next time.